Okay, we're doing puzzle survival. That's one. Guess my camera's located okay. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Take the rook. Take the bishop. Checkmate the king. Checkmate the king. Checkmate the king. Checkmate the king. Ditto. Checkmate the king. Win the rook. Fan favorite number 2. Checkmate the king. Checkmate the king. Win the queen. Go here and then here. I'll first take his queen. Then there. Win the queen. Checkmate the king. That was great. Ditto. These are all pretty basic puzzles. Okay, I've gone through 20 of those.
Battery 80%.
It'll get hard at some point. Black to move. I think I had this one in Puzzle Rush. If you go here, we're going to go here. If that is the move, what happens if he starts retreating? Check. Retreats again. How do you mate him there? All you have is a queen. I don't want to miss one this early. Sharpen Yo Tactics. I read a lot of that book. retreats. Check, I think it's this. Take the rook. Guess it was. I can win a piece. A couple different ways. And capture it. I could capture here. Takes my queen, come back and capture. That's another way to do it. Oh, this queen is threatening to checkmate me. So I don't have time for that move. I guess it's this. I didn't even notice that. White to move. He's threatening to checkmate me here. Forgot I might get a chat on this, so I should have my chat window open, which I'm doing on my phone. Gotta hurry. Not really, but I want to. Okay, the chat room is now open. I need a clock on the screen. Is there room over here to put a clock up? I think so. I'll have to look into that in the future. So he's threatening to checkmate you. Oh, you checkmate him. That was nice. Now, let's see. Check. King here. Oh, that allows you to take that pawn. I got a chat. That's a funny one, Lamure. This is puzzle survival mode, so I don't have to be in a rush to do it. I can just go along slowly doing it. My high score is 48. I don't know that I'll be able to beat that tonight, but we'll see. And then some people might be watching. Check. King here. I'm not Firouzja yet. Mate. That was a checkmate. Got a queen hanging right here. And, well, what is the best move? This knight's threatening that too. Forking the queen and the rook. Of course, I'm hitting a rook for free. Queen takes, rook takes, bishop takes, knight takes, rook moves. Anything better than that? You only have one check. Bishop check. I was thinking knight captures. Then you're out of checks. Yep. Cool. Capture here. If pawn captures, you take the other bishop. You're up 2 pieces. Capture here. Oh, wait a minute. Capture here. Pawn takes. Take. Pawn pushes. And you can't. Oh, yeah, you capture it here. But you've given up your rook for 2 bishops. Which is a good deal, actually. Is that the best you can get out of this position? That's the problem. As long as there are good moves, and then there are better moves. There's that check. I don't think that does anything. He just moves. Rook takes bishop. If bishop takes, rook takes. Rook takes, pawn takes, rook takes. Get 2 pieces, 2 bishops for a rook. Is that all this puzzle wants? Oh, somebody said 92 check maybe? There's somebody else watching. I don't think that really gets you anything in this position. I was looking at it. I mean, definitely look at checks first. I'd like to see that Duda game, by the way. I mean, look at checks first. That is the only check. And then the king makes a move. I mean, after that, you could do this. I don't think you have. I don't think you gain anything by doing it first. And I don't see another tactic. I don't know. Yeah, I guess that was it. You win the 2 pieces for the rook, which is a good deal. It's a really good deal. Let's see. Check. King over. Rook checks, bishop checks, and then rook mates. Yep. Now, there are no checks. I can capture a bishop. He captures, you capture. You can win a piece. Is there anything else you can do? Like if you play here to attack the queen, that could guard that piece. This one would still hang. It's as simple as capturing a bishop. Does that seem reasonable? Anything else here? You know, you can't do something like this because check, he picks off your queen. So it's not like you're going to start a mating attack, but that capture seems pretty simple. You could even capture here first and then capture. Then you don't have a pawn on e6. Capture, capture, capture leaves a pawn right there, which is isolated and weak. Whereas capture, I'm leery of positions that have 2 moves that seem almost even. I'm not Nakamura. Anything better than recapturing? Capture, capture. Holds your pawn structure. The other way, capture if he chooses to capture. You capture, you're threatening. Bishop here with the rook and the bishop on that square. I don't see another tactic here. Just guard that square. I missed it. Ouch. Oh, this is a breakthrough. You get these in pawn-in games all the time. Play here. If he advances, this pawn will queen. You play here. If he captures, this pawn will queen. You play here and he doesn't do anything, that pawn will capture there and it will queen. This is called a breakthrough. Gotta remember to stop that one. Let's see, check. Can't believe I missed that other one. I don't, 30. I want to hit 50. I don't know if it'll happen or not, but I want to hit 50. Check. Rook takes. Check. Rook back. Captures mate. Okay. Check. Take. Check. King over. Check. Rook up. Take mate. Maybe someday I'll get good at this game. Here. Can't believe I missed one. Check. Nope. King up. King captures. Check. Queen captures. Check. No, this rook's protected. That didn't work. The obvious move is this check. Is it? Is that really the obvious move? I can win the queen, is that right? Better be a little careful here. I check here. Unless he wants to give his queen up, he has to play here. And then I play queen here check. Or do I play queen here check? King goes out this direction. I think it's this square. Check. King up. Check. Which indirectly guards the rook. If he plays the queen over, then you check behind the king and win the queen. E6 in this position? Is that what you're talking about? No, I don't think so. Rook E6 would hang my queen. Queen E6 will exchange material, and I've got 4 pawns to 4, so that's not a winning attack. I think it's check, king here, check. The queen can't come over. So check, king here, check, pawn up. Then what? My queen's under attack and my rook is under attack. Rook e6. If I do that, he's going to win my queen. I'll just capture. I can't miss another one. Not this early. Let's see. That check's no good because this rook's guarded. I really think it's rook e8 check here. Let's see, I only have a couple of checks here. It's definitely going to be a checking move, and that's the only one that works. Now the question is, do I check here or do I check here? Both will protect that rook and give check. I have to give check and protect the rook. I really think it's this one. I'm missing something here. The queen plays over, you win the queen by checking behind the king. Something like here. Check. The king's got to move, and when he moves, you take the queen. Okay. So that is great. If he moves the queen. Okay, check, and he moves the pawn. Then what happens? It's probably something utterly simple that I'm missing here. Then you have, I mean, it's going to have to be a checking move. There's a check there. He just takes the rook. I mean, you have to look for another checking move that guards the rook. I don't think I have one. Okay, so back to this move. Check. Queen can't interpose. The king's got to play out here. Oh. Then you move the rook and win the queen. That was it. Feeling great now. Last time I did this, it took me 2 hours. Well, I got a windmill. Check. King over. Check. King back. Check. King back over. Check. King back. Rook takes here, and his knight can't get out. I think it might be this. It might be the windmill. That's what they call this tactic. Ruh-roh. He did something else. But it was good. All right. Queen here. Where does the king go? Is this a mate in one? Check. Am I missing something? I love the fish. I think that's a fish, Langmuir. I think that's great. If it's a fish, it sure looks like one. Is this a mate in one? Here? and 1. Okay. And now, oh wow, that's a check. This could win his queen and maybe even his rook. Let me see. I check here. The king has got no squares. The rook's got that one guarded. The queen's got that one guarded. Queen, bishop, his own pawn, his rook. He has his own pawn. He has no moves. A drowning fish. That's great. Check. He has to push the pawn up. Rook takes check. King takes. Bishop takes rook check. King takes. Queen takes queen. Let's see if that's it. Check. 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 Thank you. Okay. Let's see now. Where are the checks? Queen takes check. Pawn takes. After what happened a couple of weeks ago when I drew the guy with 2 knights, I'll look at anything. Check. Pawn takes. No future there. So what else? What else can you do in this position? My knight's under attack. I have 2 pieces. He has 2 pieces. It's always a good idea to assess material. 3, 4, 5 pawns to 5. You keep material even by doing this. Capture, fork. I think he's always got this business going on. This doesn't look forcing enough. I'd love to take that piece right there. Let's see, capture. If he captured. Capture. Capture. Play here. Queen moves. Take, and you're in a queen endgame. What, a pawn down? That's certainly not it. That is not it. I'd love to get that move in too. Captures. Knight fork checks. King moves. Knight comes back to here. Forks those two. I don't know. Doesn't seem right. Just doesn't seem right. Doesn't seem strong enough. Capture. Then you could play captures and win a piece. Capture. Capture. I don't know. I'm a drowning fish right now. I don't know. I think this is the first move. You got to be real careful here because if this piece leaves the back rank, there's this threat. Pinning the queen to the king. Even if the rook returns, the queen's on that square. So rook takes, you lose your queen for a rook. Or maybe a queen and a rook for a rook. That's why I think this piece and this piece are very dangerous, which is why I want to eliminate that one. I mean, that's a great capture. But after he takes, what happens? You don't really have anything. You have a knight check, so what? King moves. I don't think it's that. Oh well, here goes nothing. Okay, that move is right. The move I want to play next is this. Because if the queen recaptures, I think this stuff's going to start an attack. King here, knight checks, king back, knight comes up here, double check. Knight a4 to bust open the position, followed by queen a4. You talking about this square? That's a5. Is that what you're talking about? This is a4. I really think it's rook takes knight. You're threatening the queen. If he's going to keep material even, he's going to have to take the rook. Then you got this check. The only thing I'm wondering about is take, check. What if he goes back? Oh yeah, then he gets mated. This has got to be it. Boom! Oh, before this move. I'll have to go back and look at that. Sorry, Langmuir. You're talking about the first move then. I can't believe I missed. What was that one again? The bishop capture. I don't know. I'll have to go back and look at that one. I didn't want to miss any till I got into the mid 40s because I really want to hit 50. I don't think I'm going to, but it'd be nice. It would be sweet. Let's see. Black to move. Wow. All right, black to move. And the pawns, black's pawns are going this direction. Or pawn is going that direction. White's pawn is going this direction. That's always a really important thing to straighten out first. We've complained about these puzzles before, about how sometimes you just can't figure out which direction everything's going. Okay, if I play queen here, check. Well, let me get rid of some of these arrows. If I play queen here, check, this king cannot go forward. Which means he has to go backwards. Then rook here will check him again, and when he moves, you get the queen. So queen check, king here, check, king here, rook takes, king takes. I gotta be a little careful here too, because check, king here, check, king here, rook takes queen. Oh yeah, see, he's still 3 moves from queening. I really think this is it. You can't check here because this pawn is going that direction, not this direction. And in the wide open position, oh, I missed some really important point here, which is black's in check. Okay, scratch all that. So now, that means I gotta be kind of careful here. Or king takes rook. I am in check. So like if you move away, he can just take a rook. I don't think I'm going to have a way to get even with him for that. Yeah, if I go here, I mean, this check doesn't exist because the queen will be up on it. So here, king here. Oh, queen could check here. And he could come back. I don't think that's right anyway, though, because if you go this direction, he can start all kinds of checks. If you go here, and he checks, you push. And if he goes back and checks, threatening your queen down there, you're going to have to play king here. Queen check, rook over. I don't think giving up the rook's the right move. I think it's just this. I mean, if there's a nice skewer in here somewhere, you know, where you win his queen for the rook, that'd be great. Here. He has to check you. He doesn't have an easy way to do it. Check. You could push. Goes back to here and check. Play over here. Plays here, check. Rook over. I mean, you could play out here too. It's going to check you right here. It's all getting too dangerous. Oh, he did it this way. here. Oh, instead of checking on this square, he checked on this square. That took away this lateral move. If I move here now, does he have any checks? One thing I gotta be careful about is getting into an end game where he queens or is threatening to queen, and I'm trapped by this passed pawn. In other words, I don't want to give up anything. If he played here, would he have any checks? He would have a check here. Then you could queen. He captures, you capture, he captures. You got this problem over here. It's got to be a better win than that. But of course, I mean, you got to move the king. You play here, he takes. You move up the board, he can take. Oh, no, he can't take. Move up the board, his queen's hanging, so he would have to exchange, take, and then you queen. After that, I'd be trying to pick this guy off with a queen check. Okay, so your possible moves are, you could move here and do that line. You could move here. And you have to move the king. I think he's going to play queen takes queen. He's going to take the rook off. That's what's going to happen. I think it's here. Way too dangerous. Oh my gosh. I missed it. No. So spend a little more time on that one. My friend wanted me to stream Puzzle Survival. It would have been nice to have hit 50. Let's see. White to move. White is going this direction. Black is going this direction. White to move. Can't believe that wasn't the right move. I have to look at it afterwards. Is that king close enough to stop this pawn? No, we can't do that. He has to play the king up. I think in these kind, hey, extra naughty. I had to sound that out. Sorry. Check. Take. You know, in this kind of, I studied this in game once, and I believe the rook needs to be on the back rank. When facing a pawn like this, you give frontal checks, drive the king behind the pawn. This has got to be, I'm doing great. How are you doing? This has got to be captures. I mean, you can't do anything else. If you check, you'll interpose the rook. You'll get the rook behind this pawn and they'll queen. So you have to take, I'm sure. Anything else possible here? That was his move. Good. I'm going to be really annoyed if this is wrong. It'll be the end of the dream. Now, check. King goes here. All that does is help him advance up the board. In games are your weakness. In games are probably my strength. Openings are my weakness. I think he just had this direction. I mean, obviously you can draw. You can just capture here and draw. So the thing is, you're going to try to win. And you got to do that by stopping this pawn from getting there. This king needs to be somewhere around here when that pawn is here. How do you make that happen? Started going up the board? I just don't think that's right. Rook b6 check, because that's going to help him get closer. You got to go back. He plays here. So the king's sitting on this square instead of this square. And you're right back in the same position. I believe so. Check. King here. Rook back. King here. Check. King here. Check. King here. Whatever. I think it's this move. Then you just start your way down the board. I don't know. I could be right. I could be wrong. I got to plug this thing in. You wouldn't believe my setup. Don't worry, though. I'm working on getting a better setup. Let's see. I think it's this. Yep. Now, what about checking? Rook b6 check. King over. King comes in. Pawn push. King comes in closer. That means when you play this check, that king can't go to this file. What do you think of that one? Check. If he goes any of these squares over here, this king moves right here, and he's in the square of the pawn. Isn't that great? That means when you check here, the king's got to go in front of the pawn. Now, do I let that happen before or after I move my king up again? I play here. Pawn push, check. The king goes over, the king would go here, so that means in that scenario, king here, check. Oh, wait a minute. King here, pawn push, check. King would have to go here, in front of the pawn. Yeah, now rook b6. I'm not sure. I'm not convinced of that. Extra. It's okay if I call you extra. I'm not convinced of that because look, check. What if he goes here? Yeah, I think it's the king move. Yep. Now, what about checking? Even now I'm worried about it. Oh, it's maybe just here, isn't it? We're not going to have to play. We're not going to have to play rook b6 at all. Boom. And end games are supposed to be my best. I hope I make it to 38. Okay, now, what is the move? You know, I'm not going to be able to do two more of these because I can't handle the excitement. Okay, rook takes. There is no checkmate down here. And you would be threatening checkmate. Okay? Okay, because I don't believe this check's any good at all. Check. Nope, I don't like it. Rook takes. There's no checks down here that are going to lead to anything. Are there? No. I don't think this bishop can come alive and do some damage. This threatens that checkmate. So, capture, capture, queen captures. Seems kind of bland, doesn't it? No checking. And once the queen gets here, you're threatening this checkmate and that checkmate. All this way. Something goes wrong, it's all over. Queen. Oh. That covers that square. This check. Interpose. What's the Reinfeld count? 4 pawns to 4. Bishops, rooks. Oh, white's already down a rook. You got to checkmate him. You can pick off that rook. You can be up a whole piece if there's no checkmate. Let's see. That check's no good. That one's no good. That one's no good. The only one that's any good is this. Queen here. Trade queens. Come back here and pick off this rook. You're up a piece. I don't think there's anything else. Queen takes bishop. Yeah, that's what I did. You're not bad. What's your rating, Extra? What was his move? I was too busy looking at the chat window. Okay, king up. Oh, this might actually be this. These pawns are going this direction. I think you transpose into a one king and pawn in game. Check, take, 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 and then you probably go here to try to get the opposition. That's a little 1250. Is that FIDE or USCF? I don't have an FIDE rating. Yeah, another end game. I think this is just transposing into a one king and pawn end game. Here, here, here. Then you have to. I'm not saying I'm good at it. You gotta shoulder the king. Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, chess.com. Well, I guess mine's been as high as what's my I'm rook pawn on there. R00K pawn. I guess mine's been as high as 17, almost 1800 maybe. I mostly just play friends of mine and I don't worry about it. I don't know, 1700 plus, something like that. Now, here and here, and this game's a draw. This way. Don't move the pawn. I play here. He has the opposition. And this is a draw. I think this move. I ought to be calculating these things. I'm just having too much fun at this. Here, here, here. You got the diagonal opposition. So he could move here and you could move here. Or he could move here and you could move here. And then he'd have to move out of the way. So, oops. So here, if he goes here, you go here. You're going to shoulder him out of the way. And then he's like, uh-oh. If he goes here, you go here. He goes there to get the diagonal opposition, push up the board, I say. Let's try it out. Let's try it out again. You don't want to push the pawn. He'll play here and he's got to draw. You don't want to play here because he plays here and he's got to draw. At one point, let's see, many moons ago, after 2 years of tournament chess, I started studying endgames because I lost a horrible endgame. After that, I didn't study anything again, anything other than endgames until maybe 10 years ago. Here, I say, another endgame. I don't believe it myself. You like the way I figured this out? Queen, check. Let's see. Black's pawns are moving this direction. Black's pawn. My USCF rating is 1841, but I haven't played in 7 years. I lost rating points in my last tournament. My highest USCF was 1884. What are you going to do here? I mean, you're supposed to play for a draw? I don't think so. Actually, that's a really interesting question. Oh, yeah, nice. That's a really interesting question. Look at this. Capture B3, A6, B2, A7, B1, A8 check. The best you can do is draw. You can't win this that I can see. Take. He's 4 moves from queening and you're 3. Capture. Push. 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 Queen. Queen. Check. Did I calculate that right? Check. King and queen versus king and queen. And you lose. If you move the king at all, he plays here and you lose. Doggone it, you might be right. You probably shouldn't be helping me. Thanks, Extra. 41. Check. King here. Checkmate. check. King here. Checkmate. Check, take, check, back, checkmate. I think it's 92 check. I do indeed. Boom. 42. Why would one be that easy in all this mess? Oh, wow. It's the other rook. This just draws. Look at this. Check. Check. Checkmate. "43. Well, this one looks a little harder, doesn't it? By the way, you can go out and Google it. There's the most famous pawn ending study was Richard Reddy's. That thing you talked about the king stopping the pawn. Uh, you kind of learn something from that study. I guess I didn't learn it thoroughly. I didn't solve it the first time either. Okay. No. Check. King up. Check. I see. You know some stuff about opposition. That's a good thing to know. A really good thing to know. Check, bishop here. Rook check. Okay, I got to do this with checks, and I got to checkmate. I was looking at that one. But after this move, I don't really think I have any great checks. I don't think I have any great checks at all after that one. Oh, wait a minute. Check. Oh, king here. Check. King here. Check. I'm wondering if it's not this. Check, bishop here. Then check, maybe? King up. No. Check. King here. C5, queen C6. Right. Good one. And your rating's only 1250. This looks like a queen trap. This looks for all the world like a queen trap. In fact, I think this is a queen trap. Play here. Oh. Play here, the queen can just go back. So here. No. Play here. The queen can retreat. Play here. It's got to be this line. Queen here. Push. The queen is trapped. Almost. Right here. If the queen goes to a4. Okay. Here, here, here. Bishop here. Then, knight here maybe. It's definitely going to start this way. And then the follow-up is going to be this. That's it. The dream is over. I hope you guys all enjoyed that. That was 44 with a little help from my friends. I'll post this to my YouTube channel, which you can get to by going on YouTube and searching for Rook Pawn, R00KPAWN. I post my Lichess. I post my Lichess Monday team battles on there, and I'll be on Lichess in the Monday team battle playing for Little Rock Chess on this coming Monday. My handle on there is not Rook Pawn, it's Deep Geek. If you want to see a running commentary about games I play on Lichess, you can go to my YouTube channel. I'll put this one on my YouTube channel too. Anyway, I guess that's it for tonight. Extra, it was fun. I guess challenge me on chess.com and we'll play some. Okay? That sounds fun. Oh, I guess before I go, I should check the solution of some of these for you. First of all, this one. I don't really have time to think about them anymore, so I'm just going to show the solutions. It was taking the other bishop. Take. Was that better than the one I did? Okay, let's use the computer and find out. On chess.com, it's Rook Pawn, R00KPAWN, just like my Twitch handle. So, yeah, you can challenge me and I'll play you. And you can friend me. I have a lot of friends on there. Queen takes c7. What's wrong with this again? Oh, he just trades and wins? How did I miss that? You don't win a piece, you just trade. That's horrible. My first instinct was right. You play there. did I miss that one? Okay, it was that one. Yeah, rook pawn, R00KPAWN. Here, this. Oh, you didn't have to push the pawn. Did you say that, by the way? The bishop and pawn can block. Look at this. The queen is trapped by the minor pieces. You don't need this bishop here on e6. I'm wondering now, did the other way work too? Here, queen b3. What about d4? You don't. Oh, wow. Bishop g5. What's that going to do? Queen c8. Oh, c4. Now that move I did miss. Okay. One more puzzle to look at real quick. Last one. This one. Check. King over. Check. I had the first two moves right. That move's better than the one I played. What's so much better than... Right there, I played queen h. Oh, the rook's going to come over. I totally missed that. His rook can come over. How horrible. Okay, I was wrong. All right, I'm going to log on and play it right now, Extra. I'm going to log out of this and play it. I'm sorry, I'm still looking at the puzzles thing. All right, that's the end of the stream. Hope everybody enjoyed it. See you online.